Imagine a world plunged into darkness, not the gentle night, but a blackness imposed by war. German bombers hunted for any glimmer below, so Britain had to vanish. Every home, every street, became part of a national act of camouflage. In the darkness, Britain found resilience, discipline, and a new kind of courage. The air raid siren was the soundtrack of the Blitz until it failed. When communication lines were cut, survival depended on personal vigilance. The first warning was no longer a siren, but the ominous drone of engines overhead. Instinct took over. Families had seconds to react, grabbing essentials and diving for cover. Every person became a sentinel, attuned to the faintest sounds. A neighbour's shout, a bicycle bell, a dustbin lid. This improvised warning system was chaotic, but it fostered interdependence. Your life could hinge on your neighbour's alertness. The government provided shelters, but not always the warning to reach them. Sleep was fraught with anxiety. Every night brought the possibility of sudden disaster. The sky became a source of dread, and survival meant trusting your senses and acting fast. The burden was immense, but it forged a new kind of resilience. People learned to rely on each other, transforming fear into collective vigilance. In the darkness, survival was a shared responsibility. Achieving a perfect blackout was both science and art, mastered by ordinary people. No light could escape. Every crack, every keyhole, every window was sealed. Blackout curtains, thick and heavy, became nightly armor. Families built wooden frames, taped brown paper, and even covered keyholes to block every glimmer. Lampshades were lined, bulbs dimmed, and torches masked to emit only a sliver of light. Outdoors, flashlights were covered, showing just enough to see your feet. The ARP wardens enforced the rules, but the real motivation was fear of the bombers. "Put that light out!" became a national catchphrase, a symbol of shared responsibility. Mastering the blackout was a quiet act of defiance, a way for everyone to fight back. In darkness, every household became a fortress. When the bombers came, cover was everything. The Anderson shelter, corrugated steel, half buried in the garden, became a sanctuary for millions. Cramped, cold and damp, it was still a refuge, personalized with blankets and books. For those without gardens, the Morrison shelter, a steel cage under the dining table, offered protection inside the home. By day, it was furniture. By night, a life-saving cocoon. Improvisation was key. Under the stairs, reinforced cellars, even tables piled with mattresses became makeshift shelters. The home transformed from comfort to fortress, every family drilled in their routine. Sheltering was a nightly ritual, a testament to resourcefulness and resolve. The government's promise of protection became real in every backyard and living room. Every family had a plan, a safe spot, and a routine for survival. In the face of terror, the home became the front line. Survival during the Blitz was a collective struggle. Incendiary bombs rained down, and fire watchers, volunteers armed with buckets and sand, became the first line of defense. Perched on rooftops, they braved shrapnel and flames to protect their streets. When a bomb hit, neighbors worked together, smothering fires, operating stirrup pumps, saving homes. This spirit of cooperation extended beyond fire watching. Resources were shared, the elderly checked on, and rescue efforts coordinated. ARP wardens, shopkeepers by day, became pillars of the community by night. Social barriers fell. Neighbors became comrades united by danger and duty. The shared struggle forged bonds of trust and mutual reliance. The community's resilience was as strong as any steel shelter. In the face of destruction, unity became Britain's greatest defence. WWII was won not just on battlefields, but in Britain's homes and streets. Survival became an active, courageous struggle. Blackout frames fitted, shelters dug, rooftops watched. Small acts of defiance multiplied into a wall of resistance. The experience taught self-reliance. When sirens failed, you became your own warning system. People discovered strength and ingenuity, turning helplessness into empowerment. By taking control, blacking out windows, building shelters, watching streets, civilians seized agency in chaos. The legacy was a deep sense of community and purpose. We're all in this together was lived, not just said. The quiet courage of ordinary people proved a nation's true strength. In darkness, Britain redefined survival as a creative, collective act.